What's up, the tech here's? If you're facing challenges applying for jobs in Germany while in your home country and getting response, we don't provide visa sponsorship, or sometimes not getting any response at all, but you're well skilled in tech as a software engineer, software developer, DevOps engineer, cloud engineer, data engineer, etc. etc. In today's video, we are going to talk about another way that can help you to get hired in Germany, which is Germany Job Seeker Visa, which allows you to be in Germany without job offer and increase your chances of getting hired. So I will share with you some preconditions that you need to know before you start the process and most of the general documents needed to apply for the German Job Seeker Visa. Welcome back to the Tech Skill Mastery, your channel, my channel, with Ben, the tech content creator based here in Dublin, Ireland. My goal with this channel is to provide a tech career resource whereby I'll be sharing streams, knowledge, ops, leadership, and lifestyle in tech so that you'll be able to scale in the tech world without limitations or boundaries. What is Job Seeker Visa? So let's address that first, So the Job Seeker Visa for Germany is a residence permit which allows you to stay in Germany for a period of 6 months and look for a job. So if at the end of 6 months you have found a place of employment, you'll be given the German work visa or the German work permit, which allows you to work and live there for example, the blue card, which I used when I secured a tech job while back in Africa. A video about that visa is coming. Just watch the space and keep connected. So the shortage of skilled workers in many sectors and professions in Germany, mostly in the ICT and Software Engineering sector, which this channel talks about, has pushed the federal government of Germany to try to find other solutions in order to fill the labor gaps in the market. Then the Job Seeker Visa was introduced as part of solution. Also, note that holders of Job Seeker Visa are not authorized to take action in any economic activity. So it only means that you can visit the country and look for a job during your stay. So the 6 months expired cannot be extended. So if you do not find a job, you must leave Germany and remain abroad for at least that same period you stayed in Germany before applying for another visa. So if you are thinking about this route of a job seeker visa, I just need to address some preconditions that you need to know. Precondition number 1. Figure out how best you can support yourself for up to 6 months. While on the job seekers permit, you cannot work either on your own or do part-time jobs like what students normally do while abroad to support themselves or to get some extra cash. So you will need to support yourself using your own savings or have a local sponsor who sign the document, which is an obligation letter, which says that they will be financially responsible for you. So this will be a requirement in the application. So according to my knowledge and experience staying in Germany, around 850 euros a month for living expenses. That's what you need. It's just a guideline. You can also get along with less money or eventually have to spend more money in expensive cities. So your biggest monthly expenditure will be your rent, So however, rents in German cities vary widely, in some large cities such as Berlin, Munich, Hamburg, Frankfurt, rents are higher than the average. Precondition number 2, have a plan. How are you going to find a job? Do you have contacts in Germany already? If you don't have, how do you plan to make the contacts? It will help you in your application if you have already figured out in advance. So make sure you have a Zing account, which is more like LinkedIn, but this one, it's a German professional network company and it's used by most of the organizations in Germany, checking your profile and your skill set. As well, you should have an updated LinkedIn profile. Soon I will share a series about how to make most of LinkedIn. Watch the space for that series in the upcoming videos. While planning, it's also good to start to check out some job banks that you'll be using, for example Glassdoor, Stack Overflow, etc. the cities with most in demand in the areas of specialization so that you find your landing city. Precondition number 3, learn some German. So it is also strongly recommended, to already have a solid foundation in the German language, B1 or better, but most tech operate mostly in English, so no German language prerequisite if you're applying for this visa as a tech person. For example, the company that I was working for during my stay in Germany, it was an international company. So English was the primary language, but however, German language is very crucial to survive in German. So learning a little bit and greeting people, reading, counting numbers would be likely appreciated, and it will also increase your chances to get a job. Precondition number 4, check qualification for skilled worker. To be defined as a skilled worker, you need to have graduated from a German higher education institute or a foreign equivalent or an accredited foreign university. You can check with the Central Office for Foreign Education Affairs in German to see. I will also share the link below the video. On top of that, mostly they require you to have 3 to 5 years of relevant work experience in your field of education. Documents needed for your application. The required documents again vary on the case-by-case basis. You will need the following documents in general. You need application forms, and you also need valid passport. You need also a copy of passport data page. This means like the first and the last page of your passport. There's no need to put any additional copies of the visa pages here. You also need passport pictures, according to the biometric specifications, cover letters, the letter outlining your motivation to apply for this visa or move into Germany, your proof of academic qualification. This constitutes your degree and employment experience. You also need a personal CV, your resume. So it should list all your education and job history. You also need proof of accommodation. You will need to show the proof of accommodation for the entire duration of your stay. You also need proof of financial means, bank account with sufficient funds to cover your entire stay. And you also need proof of personal status in your home country. You also need proof of health insurance. This should cover the period of 6 months and should be from an acceptable provider. Additional documents apart from the required documents which I mentioned. So the following documents, they can add the weight, to your application. If you put one like the German language proficiency certificate, and 2, it is a good idea to apply for certain jobs and take copies of emails if any potential employers are interested in you. And lastly, a list of the companies that you wish to apply to. So once you have gathered all the documents needed, book an interview appointment. So the appointment can be booked on website by picking the appropriate local consulate. At the local embassy, they will ask you, to submit 2 sets of each document that we have discussed before. Final thought, the process might look very overwhelming at first, but it is not really that bad. You can certainly manage everything by yourself and you do not need any agent or immigration consultant. I remember doing my visa process to attend interviews, and after I passed, I also did the visa application for the whole family. Its German visa process is clear and straightforward. So but however, in order to migrate, some you have to go through the boring immigration process anyways. So it is totally worth it once you get the visa and move to Germany. So next episode will be about what to do after you get your job seeker visa to ease your job search. I'll be sharing some tips. So thank you so much for watching this video up to the end. I hope it was useful. As always, keep on skiing in the tech world.